Many of us got some high energy bills this summer from cranking up the AC, and Ohio lawmakers proposing a way for utility companies to control the settings at your house during high demand times, which could in turn lower energy bills. This is a voluntary program recently introduced in the Ohio House. It's House Bill 427. The bill's sponsor, Ohio Rep. Roy Klopfenstein, joins me now to discuss what this means for consumers, why he's pushing this. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, good afternoon to you. It's an interesting subject. We hear a lot of talk about baseload supplies and the coming and looming blackouts. And I would tend to argue that we already have blackouts. We're already paying commercial users of electricity to voluntarily shut down, and they are compensated with cheaper rates and compensated to shut down so the rest of us, so our air conditioners work. And what this bill does is encourage voluntary participation to small businesses and homeowners, that they also can not only participate maybe in some savings and maybe getting some cheaper rates, depends how the distribution companies shape their program, but the overlying motive here is, when we are at peak use of power, is to keep the power going where it needs to be going. And this is just another tool in the toolbox that gives the ability for us to keep the lights on and keep cool when we have power shortages.
Roy, how will the program like this directly benefit the consumers? Talk about the bills. What kind of cut in the bill do you think we're going to see? Is this dramatic or just a little bit?
You know, I think it's going to be a little bit, and we would say, yeah, a little bit helps. But I think that equally as important here, do you want to curtail and help on the curtailment during peak times and have power? Or do you want to contribute or be part of a rolling blackout? And I think most consumers would say, hey, we will willingly give up, and this isn't, your air conditioner isn't shut off for hours on end. My personal experience is I've had a radio control on my hot water heater for close to 40 years, and it gets used every summer during peak use, and I'm not even compensated other than initially when we put it on. If it was on my air conditioner, I would be compensated with the program I'm on. It's more critical that we just keep the power flowing, and this is a management tool till we get more base load built, and we want to encourage that because we have growth in Ohio. We have data centers that are coming, and it's going to take a host of programs to keep energy where it needs to be. And as far as cost savings, you know, the programs are going to be shaped so there will be some compensation. Otherwise, why would you maybe participate? But there is two things why you need to participate: slight savings and keeping the power going when it's critical.
You're located near the wind turbine farms in Ohio, and I know a lot of folks they're nervous about maybe this idea, some people. Have you spoken directly with the energy companies? Do they think this is going to be a big benefit?
Well, we're not reinventing the wheel here in Ohio. This is used in multiple other states to manage power. This legislation just sort of helps encourage that and sets the structure so they can do it maybe in a better way. It's just part of the puzzle, of keeping energy where it needs to go.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us as we watch this proposal work its way through the General Assembly down in Columbus. Appreciate your time.
Well, thank you. And my goal is to curtail the cost of electricity and keep the power on when we need it the most.